So apart from Houston, have you ever had any teams that you really gravitate toward?
Look, I love the Charlotte, Alonzo Mourning, Larry Johnson, Muggsy Bogues team just because they were so fucking cool and they played with a bit of edge.
Had that great first round series against Boston, I think 94, 95, when Mourning hit the game, the series clinching shot.
Yeah. So I love that team and I loved Mourning too. And I love Mourning because he was a defensive beast and he didn't see any shot that was anybody going to the keyway that he wasn't going to challenge. And I love that because you get some centers these days that don't challenge it because they don't think they'll get it. He didn't fucking give a fuck. And intense. So you talk about Garnett's intensity. Mourning had a bit of that too. Yeah. So I love that.
A major part of that.
And Larry Johnson in Charlotte is a completely different player to Larry Johnson in New York. You know?
Before the back injuries,
robbed him of his because he was 6'5", 6'6" max,
at
right?
the most.
Motherfucker going up and dunking on everyone, and from his UNLV days all the way to the Charlotte days, and then robbed of his athleticism when he gets the back injury and goes to. He was still a good player.
He was 22-10 before the back.
Easy 22-10, and he wasn't even shooting a lot of threes. Imagine if he had 3-point, and he could shoot them. I mean, I remember seeing him
and marketable as fuck.
Oh yeah. So his personality was very similar to a Shaq. You know, that gold tooth, massive smile, played the game the right way, and didn't have any issue making a fool of himself to endear himself to the kids and everything.
Playful, charismatic.
Yeah. So love that team. Then I also had an affinity for those hard nut pricks of defensive beasts of a team like your New Yorks and your Knicks. Your Pistons and your Knicks. The reason why I love them is I'm a D guy. I love great defense. I love guys who just put their body on the line, willing to go out there and go to war. So a game wasn't a game unless we got out there and actually intimidated the other team. And we hurt them along the way, so be it. If you're not man enough to stand up, we're going to take you and beat you into submission.
So Mus is a fucking defensive animal. When we played ball, we played for a decade easy on teams together growing up. Mus was that guy, full court press, in your face, screaming at you, doing the John McEnroe at the refs. Yeah, intense. So I can see why you gravitate toward New York.
Yeah, I figured if my offensive game wasn't that good, I had to bring something else, right? And I appreciate that because you look at those Knicks and Pistons teams, putting aside Isaiah and Joe Dumars is a great defensive player, but they knew where their bread and butter was. If we could beat a team into submission and keep it in the 80s, sometimes 70s, we've got a great chance of winning. If it becomes a track meet and they're running, we're fucked. So the Knicks, the Patrick Ewing, the Anthony Mason, the Charles Oakley Knicks, those hard nut, and with Derek Harper. I love Derek Harper and John Stark's teams. And then obviously your Bad Boy Pistons with your Mark Aguirre's, Dennis Rodman, Bill Laimbeer, the most unathletic center of all time, but could shoot, and he didn't mind throwing a haymaker when he needed to.
Rebound.
Then Joe Dumars, the quintessential perfect blend between offense and defense, was probably the closest thing to a Jordan stopper of all time. And many tried to do and replicate what Joe could, and they couldn't.
And then, at like 6'3", man, he was doing a great job at that height.
And then don't forget Isaiah. Isaiah doesn't get the kudos that he should. He was fucking phenomenal and was a pest on defense.
But that's the power of Jordan. Jordan shut him out, and he just lost all of his relevance, I think, in the basketball world.
I think Isaiah's a bit of a prick, though.
Yeah, but I mean, that's never going to stop me from loving a player.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I think purely like being shut out by Jordan, not being included on the Dream Team in 92, when he absolutely should have been there. You can't tell me that John Stockton's a better player than Isaiah Thomas. Come on, man.
So, I know, I get that.
And Isaiah all-time is a better player than Clyde.
I get that. But don't forget, the Dream Team is built on position too. So his only real competition on whose position he would have taken would have been John Stockton's. Now, John Stockton is the all-time assist leader and most probably, and don't hate me for this, a better passer than Isaiah, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
but don't tell me he's a better player.
No, I don't think so. But I don't think you need a better player. You most probably need the better point guard.
I don't think the Dream Team needed
a point
anything.
Guard. They never fucking called a timeout during the whole freaking Olympic
They could have
tournament.
played Christian Laettner, Shaq, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, all on the court at the same time. They still would have won by 40.
Yeah, that's probably right.
It wouldn't fucking matter. Oh, that's right. Shaq didn't play.
No, Laettner played.
What a fuck up. What an absolute fuck up. That team needed Dominique, Isaiah, and Shaq